Amazon is using illegal tricks to control what you buy and where you buy, while also sabotaging other online stores. Because of this, they're currently under a major lawsuit by the US Federal Trade Commission, and they could face some severe consequences. 60% of all the products on Amazon are sold by third-party sellers and not by them directly. Whenever you purchase something on Amazon, you're presented with a box that contains a buy button and also a promise that your product will be delivered within a certain time frame. You would think that this buy box appears on all products, right? Wrong! Amazon wants to have the cheapest prices on the internet. When multiple sellers have listed the same product on Amazon, only the listing with the cheapest price will be given a buy box. And the other listings just show a dull button that says see all buying options, making the products look unavailable even though it's not. And by the way, when you lose this box, you lose about 95% of your sales. And also, they have an algorithm that detects whether your product is being sold cheaper on another website. And if it is, you lose the buy box. To get the box back, sellers are either forced to lower their prices on Amazon to match it, or increase their prices on other websites. They're manipulating the prices of the entire online market and making sure that they have the cheapest prices. The second method that Amazon uses to control what you buy is through Prime. In America, 63% of adults have an Amazon Prime subscription. When you buy a product with Prime, you usually don't have to pay shipping costs. And also, it gets delivered to your door much quicker. But these features are only available on products that have a Fulfilled by Amazon checkmark. Here's the problem with this. See, sellers only receive this checkmark when they use Amazon's warehouses and delivery trucks, which is a lot more expensive than just paying for your own. It's very difficult to sell your product if you're not storing and shipping through Amazon. So sellers aren't given much of a choice and they're forced to pay for this fulfillment program. This costs $40 a month, along with the 45% selling fees. This also prevents sellers from selling on other websites, because if they're using Amazon's warehouses and trucks, then they'd need to pay for completely separate storage and shipping if they want to sell on a different website. Most people just won't bother to do this because it will take way too much work. The third method that Amazon uses is a bit of a weak argument by the FTC, but it still applies. They claim that Amazon's advertisements are pay to win and encourage you to buy from one seller rather than the others. When a seller pays for advertising on their product, it's pushed right to the top of the search list, and customers are more inclined to purchase your product rather than others. This gives large companies with more resources a much greater advantage over individual sellers because they can spend more on advertising. It also pushes down smaller companies, making it harder for them to compete, even if their product is better. Personally, I don't think this is too bad though, because smaller companies are still getting sales, just not as much as the large companies. And eventually they can just pay for advertising as well, so they're not getting much more of a long-term advantage. And the fourth method that Amazon uses is a bit more relevant to regular users, like me and you. Amazon makes cancelling Prime as difficult of a process as possible, preventing you from cancelling. They make you go through a long and tedious multi-step process, rather than just a simple cancel button. And they also bombard your screen with loads of benefits of Prime to try to get you to stay. A monopoly is where one company completely dominates the market and customers have minimal choices. Amazon holds the largest share of retail e-commerce companies in the world, and the other companies can barely compete. They certainly do employ a lot of monopolistic methods. The fact that they remove the buy box when you sell a product for cheaper on another site massively sabotages other e-commerce stores and gives customers not much of a choice but to use Amazon. Because of these illegal tricks, the Federal Trade Commission joined with 17 states and is currently suing Amazon to make them change their anti-competitive behaviour and create a fairer marketplace. If this lawsuit goes according to plan, then it's likely that Amazon will be forced to give every listing a buy box, rather than just the cheapest products on the site. They'll also no longer be able to punish sellers for selling their products cheaper elsewhere. and they won't be able to coerce them into using their Fulfillment by Amazon features. But antitrust cases like this usually take many years, so we'll probably have to wait a long while to see any results. While this lawsuit is going on, Apple is currently under two major lawsuits by the US Department of Justice and the European Union for employing similar illegal tricks to keep you hooked using their phones. And because of this, they're currently being fined over $2 billion. If you're interested in learning more about that, then I'd recommend you check out this video here on your screen. Personally, I think this case is a lot more interesting than the Amazon one. But yeah, I'll see you there. Goodbye.